Good evening, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with simpleroptions.com, and in tonight's video I'd like to bring you three of my favorite Nasdaq tickers. Now, the Nasdaq has been something that I have been bullish for some time now, and it has come up into some of the major targets that we are focused on. So when you look at something like this, in my mind, I think that this is still just a very, very difficult spot to want to get short. But if we look at the index and say, okay, it's made that target, but it's clearly still bullish, it's just a point where I don't necessarily feel as much of a need to play it through the Qs or the futures, but instead step down into some of these individual stocks that still look very good inside that index. So three that we want to look at, the first of which is PayPal. So when you come back and look at PayPal, I think that this is worth considering because it is one of my biggest pet peeves, as much as I hate using that word, that when people, when you see an underlying make a new 52-week high and then everybody wants to buy it then. The way that I would prefer to see you do it is pursue that when it's back down near the mean, or the 21-period moving average, and then when it makes that push to the new high, then you're selling it to everybody else. So I think that's something you can look to start accumulating on Monday, Tuesday of next week, and I'll continue to be tracking that. NTES is one that John came up with today, and same thing. You're right up against this old high, lifetime high at 308.66. You have a squeeze in play. And we closed strong today on good volume, so I will continue to look for that one to outperform. And then we look at Netflix to round out our discussion. So on Netflix, I'm looking for a move up into 150. I think looking at $5 or $10 wide butterflies out into next week, and the week after look good. I also think that if you step into the week of earnings and look at buying some at the money calls, that might be a good way to look at a run up into that report. And those are three areas that I will be focusing as we get into next week. So I hope you find that helpful. I also wanted to make you aware of a webinar that John is going to be doing next Tuesday, March 21st at 7 p.m. Central Time on some rapid account growth strategies that he has been using so far this year. So, it is definitely a unique market environment, and being able to adapt and see what's working now is something that I think is very important. And if you're interested in that, this will be completely free on Tuesday evening. So, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.